Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? An impromptu show here tonight, very late at night here in Australia, about 9 p.m. down here. I wasn't going to do a show today. I've been feeling a little under the weather, unfortunately. Um, but I wanted to, when I saw this pop up, I actually saw it the other day and I thought, oh, that hopefully they'll find her quickly. But she still hasn't been located. So I was like, well, I should do my part, spread the word. This woman here is named Jasmine Carter. Now, she was last seen at a Slipknot concert at Brisbane Showgrounds on Sunday night. So that's like 2 nights ago now, like 48 hours ago. Quite a while ago for someone who seems to have, a life, a routine. Just went to a concert type of thing. It is very concerning. It's not something I like to see, especially, we get a lot of younger people type stories, a lot of stories about young people who go missing, but every now and then we get one about an older person like my age, and it's very weird. Now, it says here, the distraught daughter of a missing Queensland woman has launched an urgent public plea after her mum failed to return home from a rock concert. Jasmine Carter was last spotted at the Brisbane Showgrounds attending a Slipknot concert about 8:30 p.m. Sunday night and hasn't been seen or heard from since. And according to her family, her phone remains switched off almost 48 hours later. Police and family have serious concerns for her welfare and described her disappearance as out of character. Her daughter's name is Samira. She wrote on Facebook, if you have seen her anywhere or have any information, please reach out to her. She says, she is my mother and she would never have done anything like this. We are all very worried about her. They say, if you've seen this woman, please get in contact with her or the authorities. You can contact 1-800 333 000. That is the Crime Stoppers hotline. You can remain anonymous even if you wanted to by calling that number. Um, I'll show you a different one. This is what her daughter posted on Facebook, like a little poster. I used it as our thumbnail tonight. And it says, yeah, have you seen this woman? Please get in contact with her. Apparently, this was the outfit that she was last seen in while attending that concert. So this is what she was wearing: the black boots, these I don't know if these are like a leopard print shorts or something, but a black and white, sort of blacky, whitey, printy shorts and a black t-shirt. And she's got the really cool dyed hair, and her eyebrows match her hair. Very cool. And yeah, she looks like a rock chick. She definitely looks like look like she was going to have a fun time. I don't know too much more than this, but I can tell you this was the outfit she was last seen wearing. She has red hair, and the sides of her head are shaved. Like Ping. Ping has long hair with shaved sides as well. She has blue eyes and a big skull tattoo on her left upper arm. So on her left upper arm, it looks like she has a second tattoo too. On the inside of her forearm, she looks like she has a second tattoo, like right here actually. I don't know what this is. A heartbeat or something? Maybe it's like a music and then a heartbeat or something like that. I'm not sure. But she has a second tattoo on that inside of her forearm too. So if you've seen this woman around, please contact her daughter on Facebook. I will leave that link in the description, and I will put it. Actually, let me see if I can put it in the chat. I can't grab it where I am right now, but you can call Police Link on 131 444 to report anything you may have seen about this woman in Queensland in Brisbane. Now, uh, yeah, if you were at the Slipknot concert, if you were at that concert on Sunday night, a lot of people would have been. Slipknot, very cool band, big American band, had a great career, a lot of great songs that they've written. Would have been a lot of people there. If you remember seeing this lady at this concert, I think even if your information doesn't seem useful to you, it may be to investigators because they may be trying to piece together a timeline based on the information that you have. So if you say, "Oh, I saw her at like 10:30 and she was walking south from the stadium," that could be really useful, very useful to police who are trying to, uh, track her down, follow what happened to her. So it's really important that people talk about this, spread the word, uh, try and get this lady home to her family. And they're saying a public appeal shared online by Queensland Police on Tuesday, which is today in Australia, attracted almost 1,000 shares within 2 hours. That is great work, Queenslanders and Australians. Good work spreading that word. Um, there is some concern here, not just because she's missing, but Queensland, especially the Brisbane and north of Brisbane to the Sunshine Coast area, is about to be hit by what Americans would consider a hurricane and what we consider down here a cyclone. So there is a cyclone that is currently going to impact that area in the next few days. That's why it's another reason for urgency right now in regards to trying to locate this woman. Who knows when a cyclone comes through, emergency services are affected. Phone lines go down, power goes off. The chances of searching for her during that time reduces. So really have to make sure we try get her home before that cyclone hits in Brisbane in the next few days. Yes, gotta find her. What does it say here? So it doesn't give me any too much more information than that. Let me just check here. I'm gonna try to go to her daughter's Facebook. Nope. Let me go over here. Facebook? No. Hold on. Jasmine Carter. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, so Queensland Police put out this. Oh, well, that's a waste of a show. Good work, Ping. Congratulations. I must have missed the update. No, they found her, so that's good news. Good work, Ping. Start a whole show, go on about finding this person. But hey, I'm happy to have someone found rather than someone still missing. But they said she's been located. She's been located safe and well. She made it home this afternoon. Good work, Ping. What a waste of a show. No, I'm just kidding. Anytime we can try and get someone's name out there, I'll edit the title. I'm sure she is embarrassed enough about all the attention. I will fix that up. But yeah, okay. Let's talk about the cyclone instead. Here, let me take you over here. Let me show you what's going on with the cyclone. But hey, glad she made it home to her family. The last thing we would need is someone not making it home when there's this giant cyclone off the coast here. So here you can see it off the coast of Brisbane right now. Actually, it's off the coast of New South Wales, really. It's really gone quite far south. It's actually south of Brisbane right now. What is the guidance for this now? It has to be different. It's headed quite far. Yeah, it's really gone far south. Yeah, hold on. Forecast map. Still thinks it's gonna go on this weird trajectory. Here. So you can see they reckon it is gonna take this right turn towards the coast, but it is gonna veer north slightly on this once it makes that turn, it's gonna go up north a little bit again. And they reckon at this point in time it's gonna hit just north of Brisbane. So really weird, very weird trajectory on it. Hey, Catatonic, how are you? I solved the crime. I don't think I solved it. I don't think they did it because of me. Hey, JD Star, good to see you, my friend. It's good to have you guys. Hey, Evil Alaska, how are you? So yeah, this is coming in now. This is very concerning. Largest cyclone or most severe cyclone to hit Brisbane in ever or something. I read. So it's quite a big event for Brisbane. Let me go back here. Somehow I lost my other thing. Hold on. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this not loading up again? Ah, it's one of those nights, people. Hold on, guys. Let me close out some windows. Maybe that'll help. All right. No. Fine. We'll do it the other way. Let's go here. Okay, guys. Let's go back to the other one. Let's see what it's doing right now. Oh, it seems to be having a fun time. Let's go wind radar. So you can see just some of the winds in this thing right now, really ripping off the coast of northern New South Wales and Brisbane as it approaches. So it's pretty abnormal. Most of the tropical cyclones in Australia tend to hit further up this way, anywhere from like Rockhampton, even Bundaberg sometimes, but more a little further north, Mackay, anywhere up to the peninsula up here and anywhere through the Northern Territory. And on the western side, because we get them out of the Indian Ocean too, they tend to hit sort of in this north part, anywhere from like Exmouth all the way up here, Carnarvon up here. It gets hit fairly often, but yeah, not this far south. It's pretty abnormal. Let's play the thing here. Let's see if we get a. There's what it looks like it might future forecast. Yeah, you see some actually intensification, a little bit of intensification as it gets closer to land. It really wants to go north right near the end. It's going to take another little shift. It's got a real wobble on it. Sometimes these hurricanes and cyclones, they tend to just hit and they go, once they make that turn or get near land, they just sort of keep going in a roughly straight line. But this one's got a real wild wobble to it. It's a very up and down. There you go, and you see it after landfall. But yeah, there you go. But you can see how it sort of wavers up and down, north and south. There you go. North and a bit south. So where's it saying it's going to go? And it's going to see it goes north and comes back down south right before landfall. It looks like Amity Point is going to be the that's not great either. You see here, right where they reckon that landfall is going to be, it's on this set of barrier kind of island or peninsula type things right here. That is not good news. And right south, if that does end up being the place it hits, you have all these little island chain river type areas here in an inlet. This is all like low lying. Hopefully, this doesn't get inundated with storm surge. You can see like these are such thin pieces of land that with that storm surge coming in on the south side of the cyclone, Stradbroke Island and all that surrounding area, Russell Island, Kangara Island, these people here may be having a very stressful week waiting for this. You can see all the wind coming onshore too. This is what's going to like drive a lot of that water. It's really brutal actually. And you got more up here. I don't know if these Bribie Island may get some inundation as well. It's not a great area for the cyclone to go. Really, here, where was that? The eye. Let's go back just slightly. Well, it looks like it's going to come in just south if this forecast is correct. There's that eye making landfall. It's going to make landfall right over that. And then you got these winds coming in through the bottom of that cyclone straight through here. Actually, the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast. Look at this. The forecasting winds. coming straight in. That is very interesting. Gold Coast may see a pretty severe hurricane. Cyclone, ping, cyclone. Yeah, it's always this particular one. You can see most of that activity is on this like the dirty side, what we call the dirty side of the hurricane, and then you can see that massive band. It's going to be interesting for sure. You have a friend on Bribey Island. I hope they are preparing. I really do. I hope they're going to be okay. YouTube is acting a little quirky. Cakes Boo said, should I be shaking in my boots? I don't know. I think uh, you should be concerned, but not alarmed. You should be prepared, but not panicking. Try and be like that. Cakespoo says, as much as you can be, I guess, move anything that could be a flying object, anything that could get picked up by the wind, make sure it's secured, make sure you bring it inside, and make sure you have an emergency plan. The hardest thing is water. Water's the thing that'll get you in a cyclone. So if you're on the coast, if you're near the beach, if you're near a waterway, water inundation is one of the most scary things that happens in a tropical storm. And the flying things in the air will they can hurt you, but the water, if you're near any sort of river inlet, the beach, anything like that, you have to be very, very sure about your flood plan. Have a second option. Have a plan B. Always have a plan B, especially in a cyclone. Emma says, "What time is it in Australia now?" It's about 9:20 p.m. Kathy says, "I have a wall hanging that I purchased from the Gold Coast. Do you? You have to show me a photo." Yeah, it's 8:19 in Queensland. It's 9:19 down south. So yeah, it's going to be. I hope everyone is preparing, not panicking, just preparing. See, if I show you this, people are panicking apparently, because people have bought all the food in all the supermarkets apparently. If I take you here, I'll show you. There is very little water or any type of beverage left. You can see the type of beverage no one wants, which is this one up here. And whatever this is, looks like coconut water. Everyone's like, nah, it tastes like crap. I don't want that. But everything else that might be some sort of beverage is gone. Not much left. Everyone's panic buying. Oh, toilet paper. You know, you're going to need a lot of toilet paper during a cyclone because you might poop yourself. I don't know. And a lot of people sandbagging, getting the sandbags. Hey DIY, how are you, my friend? Um, yeah, I hope everyone's gonna be okay. A helmet or hard hat, that's a good idea for flying debris or just in your home. You never know if something hits your roof or, if you got little kids or something, it's always good to have a helmet, and you can make it fun for them. Make them wear their sports helmet. So if they play cricket or hockey or they go bike riding, make them wear their fun helmet. So it makes it a bit more fun for them. Don't be trying to strap them into a workman's hard hat unless you tell them that they're Bob the Builder and that you guys are going to role play as Bob the Builder. But try and make it fun for the kids because it's a little bit scary for them. They don't really fully understand what's going on. And the more kind of interactive and fun you can make it, the easier it'll be on them. Cakespoo said, I couldn't get water at Coles today. Had to go to the servo. I don't know. That's pretty bad if you had to buy water from a service station. Catatonic said the birds and bugs have gone quiet a few times. When the birds fly away, that's when you know you're in trouble. When they just leave the area. Catatonic says you can buy ice and melt ice. And yeah, I hope you got all your sandbags done if you need them. You can see there's a lot of people doing sandbagging. Apparently, the lines for sandbags today were like several hours long, and went for many kilometers. So, pretty brutal. And you can see that, yeah, sorry, we are sold out of water. A lot of water supply is being bought up, apparently. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't think there's ever been I want to say there's never been a cyclone at this intensity that has hit this far south in Queensland. I want to say that's true, but I'm sure they said that up here. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, Cyclone Alfred. Hold on, guys. Yeah, apparently the first in 50 years to strike so far south. The last tropical cyclone to make landfall in the region was a ex-tropical cyclone called Zoe in 1974, 50 years ago. So it's been quite a while since Brisbane and the Sunshine Coast and surrounding areas have seen something of this intensity. Dyslexia said the wind sound is terrible during the storm. Yeah, it is. And it says 50 years ago, 70 something. Hey, Penguin, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, Penguin. Cakespoo said, I'm 50 and it was 1974. Yeah. Catatonic says, I've lived through the 74 floods and a few others. The fires are the scariest. I think the Lockyer Valley floods were pretty scary. I watched that on TV and I couldn't believe what I was seeing at the time. They were just, and then you had the Brisbane one, just indescribable. The Lockyer Valley, that was just, it seemed like the wrath of God being taken out. It was bonkers. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be quite that bad. Hopefully not. It'll depend where it makes landfall. I think that'll really, um, you know, there's certain things with cyclones, depending where they hit, depending if they can, how they push water, like storm surge, depending if it lines up with certain things on the coast. It just, yeah, it sort of depends. But the one thing Brisbane's lucky with, they sort of do have this shelter here. These big blocks of land almost guarding the Brisbane River. So hopefully, if it does end up making landfall around here, these river systems, as you can see, they go all throughout Brisbane, and these flooded about 10 years ago, but from the opposite way. So they flooded from water coming through the system, but from the west. If this happens, it'll be storm surge being pushed up the river and into the city. But I'm hoping that these barrier islands here will actually help and reduce that risk by quite a lot, like North Stradbroke Island and Moreton Island. So hopefully these provide some protection for it. Same with this one up here, Bribie Island. Hopefully that provides some protection for like Donnybrook and Caboolture, and you don't get all this water moving up through the Caboolture River. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But you can just see it's a very, very interesting path this thing wants to take. Yeah, let's go back. Let me see if we can change to satellite. So it's funny, on the satellite, it doesn't look like much, right? You see this south side of the storm looks very, very good, but the north side just really doesn't look like much. If this was a more severe cyclone, you would see a lot more building of like high top thunderstorms surrounding the eye and the eye wall, but you don't really see that on this one. Maybe because it's a Cat 1. I think it's a Cat 1 right now. It is expected to go up in intensity. They said it's gonna drop, like, to a 1, to a 2, to a 1, to a 2 throughout its entire life cycle until it, makes landfall. It looks like right now, 10 AM March 4, 4 PM March 4, 4 AM on March 5. So, okay, in about 8 hours, it'll be just off the coast and making its final ascent to Brisbane and the surrounding areas. If we look here on the map, 4 AM on March 5th, which is tomorrow morning. So it'll be a Category 2. They're saying it's going to stay a Category 2, but we'll see. And then it takes this weird kind of wobbly path. It sort of goes this way, goes north a little bit, then wobbles south, and then goes north a little bit, and then goes south again. It's got this wobble in its final stages. And yeah, it looks like just they're predicting just north of Brisbane as well, right through those two islands that we just talked about, North Stradbroke and Moreton. So looks like looks like it may help, maybe that it's going to. But these two islands will take the brunt of it, unfortunately. Just south of there. So it'd be just here. So it's not really the eye, it is south of it. So when the cyclone comes through, I'll show you if I can. Come on, you silly thing. All right, we may need to refresh. Hold on. All right. Oh, we have to change to this one. All right, there we go. So just as it comes through, you'll see how this wind interacts. So you see there's the eye. So you want to look where that wind is going to be, right? So right before landfall, all the wind's pushing north. So Gold Coast, even it, up through here, see all these little wind icons. This will be where a lot of the water gets pushed to. And then as it gets a little closer, so all through here, it's very interesting. Any of these little waterways, just hope that these barrier islands help protect it. All through here, all up here further north. It's these ones that I'd be worried about, the national park, Crusoe Island, Eden Island, all these kind of little barrier and islands. These are what I'd be very concerned about. So there we go. There you go. You guys can see it go through its entire thing. And the other thing is the people in northern New South Wales, just because it's going to hit Brisbane, these people in northern New South Wales are going to cop everything on the south side as well, a little further away, but anywhere through like Armidale and Grafton, Coffs Harbour, Lismore, Tweed Heads, all throughout there, they're going to unfortunately have a not fun 24 hours or so. But it's going to dissipate pretty quickly. I think we're going to get a Cat 1, then ex-tropical cyclone pretty fast, within about 12 hours of landfall. So, yeah, I'm way far south. I can show you. So the cyclone, if we go back, is here, right? So he's off the coast here. Hey, pause. He's going to hit Brisbane. Ping lives all the way down here. Ping lives in Melbourne, all the way down here in Victoria. So I live in, this is my state here. I live in the south. Once you go south from me, you hit Tasmania, which is where I was in December for the wedding. And then when you go south from there, you end up in with the penguins in Antarctica. So you end up in the South Pole. But yeah, so there is Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland. So I'm far, far away. I'm 2 states roughly away from everything, and you can see it's not gonna really do anything here. We are pretty well protected down here. Maybe some rain or something will come through, as you can see, but not too much. Mostly northern New South Wales and uh, southeast Queensland is probably the big one. Hey, Carolina. Is Carolina here? Oh, by the way, I spoke to our other friend, Carolina or Carla. I actually got to speak to Carla very, very briefly. She's doing okay, and we'll see her again soon. She'll be back at some point in the future. Carolina, the other Carolina, it says, "Happy Tuesday, everyone. I always get excited when I find you are on live." Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. No, it ain't anywhere near me. Cakes Boo said the dams are more than 90%, but they're not releasing water. I'm gonna guess they'll want to see what the rainfall rate looks like and what their forecast for rainfall looks like. Let's have a look. Can we go to rain? Rain. Yeah, so you can see here if we go forward. So there you go. Look, the real crazy amounts of rain is not going to be where the eye is, like further up here, although there will be rain. But the big band of it, the big southern bit, is going to, or according to the predictions, is going to be like Tweed Heads, Gold Coast, northern New South Wales, border regions. Like they look like they're going to cop a lot of it if that prediction comes through. And then even further south, there's another band through this region, through what's this place? Broome Head. I don't know that place, but where's this? I can't say I know any of these, but even Coffs Harbour, you can see some high totals through there. But you know, everything with this cyclone seems to be on the south side of it rather than the north side. It's all pushing in through the south. But yeah, there you go. You can see some of those heavy rainfalls are going to be a bit further south. There you go. All through the border region. But Caloundra is going to get a bit. Brisbane is going to get quite a bit too, but you can kind of see how far that stretches. So this is all these regions are affected. So we can't forget our friends in New South Wales. Those people in New South Wales are also going to have to bunker down and so get through the cyclone as well. Carolina says, "Great news. Good to hear that you were able to reach her." Yeah, it was good. I'm happy that we got to talk to each other. Maria says, "Hey, hi. How are you? Good to see you." All right, let me see. Well, look, I'm glad that woman was found. I'm often I'm sad when people disappear or can't be located. It's never what you want to hear. All right, let me go here. There's one story. You guys want to talk about a missing story from Australia? One that still hasn't been resolved. It's that woman we spoke about a couple of weeks ago. This one. So apparently we have new footage of her. It is Taylor Spees. And she's from Queensland in Cottamine, and they still can't find her. She's been missing for about like over a month now. Here's that photo of her. We did a few shows on her a few weeks ago, but still no idea of where she might be. But they're saying there is a $5,000 reward for any information about her or where she might be today. Yeah, let's watch the new footage. Let's have a look. So she's been missing since February 2nd. Last seen at 9:20 a.m. on February 2nd. All right, let's watch the video. So that's her white car right there. So she pulls into the service station. What is she gonna do? Get some fuel? What is she gonna get up to? I mean, she doesn't look like she's very stressed or like she's trying to run away from anyone. Just wants to get some petrol, maybe. She she pops the fuel cap and then goes to fill up her car. Hold on, guys. I'll let you watch it, but I'll be back. All right, so we see her return to the vehicle. It's interesting that she keeps like not being able to open that door. And then she takes off, never to be seen again. Haven't located that vehicle. Haven't located her. And she's off she goes, takes off down the highway, and that's it. They're saying she has been missing for a month. CCTV footage now shows the mum of three buying fuel. Her family have put up a $5,000 reward for any information on where she might be right now. That license plate on that vehicle is 559 GJ7. Um, and yeah, they just don't understand where she might have got to now. So if you don't remember this, let me see if I can get you one of these update things for you. 7 News. Here actually, their family issued a public statement. So let me play that for you because I've not seen it either. Here, let's go.
My name is Rebecca Spies, REBECCA SPIES. I am the sister of Taylor Spies. On February 2nd this year, my sister Taylor Spies went missing from southwest Queensland. We know that the last confirmed sighting of Taylor's vehicle was in Surat at 11:10 a.m. on Sunday the 2nd. We have no knowledge if anybody has spoken to her since then, has seen her, and we have no knowledge if she is okay. The pain and enormity of her absence increases with each day that passes, and the worry is consuming us all. Taylor has blue eyes, a slim build, with brown hair that fades to dark blonde from the mid-lengths of her hair to the ends. She has the word karma tattooed across her chest, the words, "You keep me wild" on the lower left arm, and a tattooed on an upper left thigh. My sister Taylor is funny, brave, thoughtful, and is always there for people when they need her. She loves her family wholeheartedly and never lets us forget it. On behalf of myself, my mum, and our families, I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone for all of their efforts, for sharing social media posts, Facebook posts, putting up posters, and actively searching on the ground. The amount of support we have received so far has been overwhelming, and we cannot begin to thank you all enough. Sissy, if you're watching this, I want you to know that you are so loved and cherished by so many people. I want you to know that I miss my big sister, and I love you. You're my protector and the one that keeps me young at heart. Mum wants you to know that if you need a break and you're not ready to come home yet, that's okay. But please just let her know that you are okay. Nana wants you to know that she loves you and your babies love you. And if you need a break, that's okay. We are asking anybody that may have any information about where my sister Taylor might be, please come forward and report it to the police. Even if it's not that important, it may help us find her. We just want to know that Taylor is okay, and we're asking the public to help us find her and to bring her home. Thank you.
Detective Chief Inspector Gary Watts, GARRY Southwest District Police. Our investigations continue in our attempt to locate missing person Taylor Spees. She's been missing since the 2nd of February, and we've been working with the family to try to locate Taylor. We still hold grave concerns to her health and safety, and we are seeking the public's assistance to identify any person who may be speaking to or has seen Taylor since the 2nd of February. We've had police aerial assets, we've had police trail bike riders, we've had investigators and intel officers all working together in an attempt to track down where Taylor may be. But unfortunately, at this point, we're no further in establishing where she is. Unfortunately, with the nature of the investigation at the moment, we have no starting point other than we know that Taylor's vehicle was seen in Surat at 11:10 a.m. on Sunday, the 2nd of February. And with an area of so vast of 9,000 square kilometres, we're unable to put feet on the ground to commence a proper search area. So we've utilised police assets, police aerial assets, and we've also worked with the family who've utilised their own aerial assets to search areas where we think Taylor may have been or her motor vehicle may have been.
Can you tell us anything regarding the last known activity on Taylor's home?
No, I won't go into the details of that other than that we're confident that was in the area that we've described we are searching, the 9,000 square kilometres. And in that regard, I'm asking any farm holders out there if they could have a look at their holdings, have a look just to see if anyone has traversed their property, have a look for the white utility. It's been several weeks now and we are frustrated that we have been unable to locate the vehicle and Taylor. We are receiving information from the members of the public and also from the family, and we're acting on that. This is an active missing person inquiry, and we're just really seeking the public's assistance to, if anyone is speaking to Taylor, if knows where she is, to contact the police.
So Catatonic asks, is there any water? There is. There's a big river. As she drove out of town, there is a river there. But further than that, there are some bodies of water, but not super close to where she was like last seen. But the search area is so large, it's hard to know. Let me take you to where she was last seen if I can. I don't think she was seen in Cottermine. I think she was seen somewhere else. Hold on. Da, da, da. Yeah. Okay. So let me show you. One of these CCTVs was from Surat here, and there is a river that runs on one of the only roads out of town. I mean, it's probably one of the largest bodies of water nearby this river. Now, I don't know. You would figure that if a car had crashed through this bridge and the railing on either side, that someone would have noticed that. There's also a boat ramp here where a lot of people go fishing or, do water activities. You would think that if there was a car, they might have noticed. And there's a huge camping area right here where a lot of people have like camper vans or boats, and they come and park here and go fishing or enjoy the water, stay overnight. You would think that it maybe if she'd entered the water, they would have known. But going further, there's really not any other massive bodies of water. There's this thing, we had a look at it, but it's not really anything there right now. There's a little bit of water through it, but not a lot. But other, like any lakes or anything, there is a couple further north near the Yalbone State Forest. There was a couple. I can't find them right at the second, but this was one of the search areas up in this area where they wanted to look for her, was up here. And I believe this intersection, the Cottermine Highway and the Carnarvon Highway where they meet was one of the last locations where she was seen in this intersection. Now, I think if we went north, she was trying to get to a town up here. There's a town, if we go to the end of this road, all the way up here. Nope, keep going north. Hold on, we'll go up here. Yes. So Roma is the town that she was heading to, I'm pretty sure. A larger town than Surat. There is a couple like things of water, but yeah, they're not like you can't even really see them on the map. Normally, if there's a big thing of water, you'll see it, but there's a couple of dams, a place to go swimming, a lagoon, but other than that, not really. It's basically desert and highway. Other than that, not much out here. That's why it is so confusing, because it's pretty it's sort of, there's trees, but it's not dense bushland or anything. You can see, look, it's mostly desert. This is the type of water that's around here. These type of like dams or whatever, or like little man-made lakes and stuff. It's not really, anything bigger than that. So this is the area they're trying to search, and they haven't been able to locate her. But it's interesting that the word that keeps popping up, like in the press conference with the family, that if she needed a break, that is okay. I heard that a little while ago, that they thought maybe she had run away because she was overwhelmed with stuff going on in her life. But I haven't seen too much more evidence than that. Yeah, I would have said any other water nearby, they would have checked it already. Hey, Justice Jane, how are you? Good to see you. Happy to have you here. Hey, Robbie, how are you, my friend? It does look like there is some wind already. If we go back to that's 11. Let's go here, 10:09. There is some stronger winds starting to impact south of Brisbane. As you can see, those colors are starting to get deeper. So yeah, there's some coming ashore. Here you go, some patches here. Looks like it's about, I don't know. I can't see a scale right here, but looks like it's probably, yeah, let's go here. There you go. There is some good and fast wind already. Let's see if we go here. What are they reading right now? 3 kilometers an hour. But on the point here, like Byron Bay, 30 kilometers an hour. A southerly at 30 kilometers an hour. That is, it's a very brisk wind. Let's go north. Anything up here? It looks like 30. 30 so far looks like the highest. About 30 kilometers an hour winds right now. What if we go out here? What does it say? 71 knots. Well, we don't want knots. No, don't do that. Get out of here. Looks like there's some. Let's go to south. Yeah, 50 knot winds. I think we saw 70 at one point. Got some, yeah, pretty good wind. 40 knots. Let's go here, 22 knots. Yeah, so, 40, 50 knot winds up here right now. 54. It looks like there's some, the winds are not going to get any slower. Yeah, I'm just trying to find what's the max. Yeah, probably 50 knots or so right now if you're offshore. If you're onshore, let's go here. Like 22 knots right now. So, yeah. Not quite yet. It's going to get a lot faster in the next 24 hours or so. You're going to get a lot faster wind speed come ashore. Robbie says, I'm supposed to fly to Perth on Saturday from Brisbane. That'll be interesting. I hope you make it. Catatonic says, no public transport for Thursday and Friday throughout Brisbane. Yeah, they're probably shutting it down just to keep people safe. Everyone should stay at home and make sure you have your cyclone plan in place. Make sure you do that tomorrow. Make sure you have all your water and your batteries, your flashlight, canned food, medication. A lot of people forget. Sometimes chemists might be offline for a little while. So don't be like, I'm going to walk into Chemist Warehouse on Sunday and pick up my script of blood pressure medication. Make sure you have your medication. That's a big one. And make sure you have a radio that you can listen to that doesn't require charging or batteries, but also a power bank. One of those little power banks to charge your phone. That is always a great idea so that you can keep your phone charged in case of emergencies or to use as a flashlight, anything like that. That is always a good one to have. So if you don't have a battery bank, that is a handy thing to have. But yeah, I don't know where Taylor is. I wish we knew. It is very sad to see how distressed her family is. It really does. Let me head to Channel 9 Queensland.
The family of a Queensland mum who's been missing for 3 weeks have issued a heartfelt public appeal for help to find her. Taylor Spies was last seen in the tiny town of Surat, but the search area is so vast that even police say they don't know where to start.
20 seconds of CCTV captured in a dusty car park 80 kilometres west of Roma. These are Taylor Spies' last known movements.
She's been missing since the 2nd of February, and we've been working with the family to try to locate Taylor.
Her 2017 Toyota Hilux spotted passing the Cobb & Code changing station in Surat just after 11 a.m. Then the 29-year-old Queensland mum vanishes, sparking a missing persons investigation spanning the Maranoa region that's left experienced police baffled.
Unfortunately, with the nature of the investigation at the moment, we have no starting point. And with an area of so vast of 9,000 square kilometres, we're unable to put feet on the ground to commence a proper search area. So we've utilised police assets, police aerial assets.
3 weeks on, Taylor's family are pleading for the public's help.
The pain and enormity of her absence increases with each day that passes, and the worry is consuming us all.
Police are urging farmers in the area to join the search, asking them to check their land for any sign of Taylor or her ute.
We are frustrated that we have been unable to locate the vehicle and Taylor.
Sissy, if you're watching this, I want you to know that you are so loved and cherished by so many people.
Abby Gearan, 9 News.
Yeah, frustrating. A month later, no sightings after that day, and no new information on where Taylor might be. Nothing. Like, no one's seen her. No one has spotted the vehicle. No one's been able to report anything about where she might be. The family also had volunteers bring out helicopters to search the area, and they haven't been able to find anything. Like, no no crash sites or anything like that, which is a good thing. We don't want her to be crashed anywhere, but is frustrating for the family. Carolina says, I noticed her family member is repeatedly letting her know that if she needed a break, that's okay. Yeah, I mentioned that before. I heard that a few weeks ago, that people thought that she might have just felt overwhelmed with a few things going on in her life and that she just needed some time off. She has 3 children, three kids. She's a mum of 3. So yeah, I really wish I had more for you, but I don't. Other than her family has raised a $5,000 reward, and that they'll pay it out to anyone who can tell them information that will lead them to Taylor. So if you know where she is, or you know, you've heard something, you know, do the right thing, contact her family, and just tell them what you know. It doesn't cost anything to be kind. It doesn't cost anything to help her family. You can't imagine the stress they're going through right now, having a young mum who's got 3 kids. You know, they want to see their mum, and they are probably missing her immensely right now. So anything to help them out, I think we could all understand and sympathize with how they're feeling right now. Carolina says, and guide Taylor back home safely in the name of Jesus. Amen. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah. If she needs a break, then I think we could all understand that. A young mum who's going through a lot. She works quite a lot. She has a couple of jobs, and she has 3 young kiddies. I'm sure many families, mums, dads out there, and people could understand why a young mum might feel a little overwhelmed from time to time, trying to navigate life with 3 kids. I don't think that is easy on. I don't think any parenting is ever easy, yet alone on your own with 3 kids. I think that is very understandable. But she has to let someone know that she's safe. She has to let someone know that she's okay, and that she has a plan to return eventually. You know, just reach out to family. Like, if Taylor's listening, you don't even have to reach out directly. Reach out through like your best friend, or someone you trust, to pass on a message and just be like, hey, I'm not ready to come home, but I'm okay. That's all it needs to be. Hey, my friend, how are you? I've missed you. How have you been? How have you been, my friend? How have you been? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well out there. It's nice to see you on the live again. Marylander says hi to everyone. Yeah, hi. I wish I had more. I don't. I don't have any more about that one, unfortunately. And I don't have anything about the Green Beret, which is very annoying. I wish we knew who that is, who's the body they located last week. But so far, no new information. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there is anything on Clinton Bonnell. No, that's very weird. They did that search of his Cumberland County home in North Carolina. They found a body in some water, but since then, almost a week ago, no new information about Clinton or his wife. Uh, you know, whether she was involved, who the body might be, nothing. Yeah, I hope you're feeling better, my friend. Carolina said the 14-year-old girl missing from Arizona you shared was found dismembered in Mesa Desert. Yeah, we actually did a thing on her the other night. Yeah, we know. They found her torso and her legs in separate garbage bags, but have been unable to locate her arms. No, haven't been able to locate her arms, unfortunately. Yeah, 14 years old, and she was dismembered in Mesa. I know, she's from Mesa, and they found her about an hour away from there. It's very awful. Here, I can show it briefly. Yeah, she seemed like a very nice young girl, and the fact that she was hurt in this particular way is awful. Here, let me take you to Arizona Family CBS 5.
We now know the identity of a teenage girl whose remains were found off the US 60 northeast of Globe.
The girl's family tells us she went missing from a group home in Mesa at the end of January. Now they're trying to help detectives find her killer. True crime correspondent Brianna Whitney's here tonight. You spoke with her mother today. Boy, that's a tough conversation to have.
It was maybe even worse than usual just because of how grotesque this crime is. It is horrible. The teenager's name is Emily Pike, 14 years old. Her mother told me she got the news just yesterday. She wants to know what happened between the time Emily disappeared at the end of January and Valentine's Day, when her remains were discovered in trash bags on the side of a dirt road.
I wanted to say that I miss you so much, and I really hope I'll try to see if he can come visit me next time.
Young teenage innocence. It's everything 14-year-old Emily Pike embodied to her family and friends.
My daughter, she was a very happy and kind person. She loves painting, she loves art, she loves to draw.
Emily's mother, Steph Dosella, tells me over the phone her daughter was hoping to go to college and pursue her love of art. That all changed in late January.
Her case manager finally came a week later to tell me that she was missing.
Emily's family lives on the San Carlos Apache Indian Reservation and tells me at the time Emily was living in a group home in Mesa. According to the Mesa Police Department, Emily was last seen alive on January 27th near Mesa Drive and McKellips Road, and the group home manager reported her missing.
Yeah, it's a very sad story. Like, why did that have to happen to her? Or who is out in the community right now that cuts up teenage girls? There's someone near Mesa, Arizona, or in the wider Arizona area that literally cut up a teenager and dumped her body. This person is roaming around Arizona. So we have to find that person. It's ridiculous that they're able to walk around a free person. They should be behind bars. No, I don't think it's cartel related. Yeah, it's a horrible crime. Vegemite smell. Same old, same old. Thanks for asking. I appreciate your thought. To be honest, I'm more worried about my old cat. She's got inflammatory bowel problems. Oh, poor kitty. My ones were here somewhere. I tried to pick up Muffin before and put him on my lap if you saw it, and he jumped away. He doesn't want daddy right now. I'm sorry to hear about your cat. Yeah, illnesses for your pets are never easy. It always breaks your heart. I've gone through enough of them as well. It just, because you feel like you can't do anything. They can't tell you what's wrong. That's a very horrible problem for a cat to have. Marylander says, well, yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, she was a very beautiful girl, very smart girl, from what I heard. She was very good in school, and she wanted to use her knowledge to further her education. Yeah, she was in a group home, so a youth hostel. She was in a youth hostel, and then somehow she disappeared from it. Very, very awful. By the way, out of Wisconsin, they say authorities in southern Wisconsin are looking for a teenage girl who has reportedly been missing since Saturday. The Old Creek Police Department posted on its Facebook page about a missing child. Officers are reportedly trying to find a 13-year-old called Lillian Asala. Asala is described as 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing 140 pounds with blonde hair and braces. She was last seen wearing a black winter coat, blue jeans, blue and white Nike shoes. Here's a photo of her. Police say she's been missing since 4:30 p.m. on March 1st. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Oak Creek Police Department at 414-762-8200. So let me just check if there's an update about her. Does not seem to be. Wait, why did that do that? Hold on, guys. Yes, Oak Creek. It looks like they are Still trying to locate her. Here's her photo, and here's a different photo of her. And yeah, people in the comments are saying she looks sad in the photo. She does look a little down. Don't know why. Here's another photo of her. And yeah, she looks very sad in a lot of her photos. Not a happy teenage girl. Even in her school photo, she looks a little down. But she's a very beautiful young girl. Hopefully they can locate her quickly. Hey, Holy Amiga, how are you? Holy moly, I've never made a live. This is amazing. Hi, glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It's good to have you. I'm glad you could make a live. Vegemite Smile said, I'm glad your kitties are okay. I'm just happy I've been paying pet insurance since my cat was 2 years old. I couldn't have afforded a lot of her care without it. Yeah, I'm thinking of getting it for my two because as they get a little older, they're getting more expensive. Like Rory's jaw surgery in December was like $1,500, which I'm still paying off. So it cost me a fortune to keep these buggers alive. So many children are being let down. It's, since doing true crime, the one thing that amazes me is how many Amber Alerts and missing children alerts that I get every day. I get at least 5 across the USA every day. At least 5. It's a lot of children, a lot of kids. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your cat. It's not good. But yeah, Holy Amiga, I'm glad to have you. This is why we ask people to leave a comment under the shows because then I can, if you can't make the live show in the live chat, at least I can say hello or mention you during a live show and say, hey, I saw their comment. That's why the comments mean so much. Thank you, Penguin. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, the subscribe button is under the video. I would appreciate it. Yeah, not too much more about this young lady, but yeah, let's go to the Oak Creek. Look at this cat. He doesn't look very happy. Says, "Don't look back in anger." She heard you say. She's friendly though and has a collar and a chip, but the chip isn't registered. She was recovered from an area of 20th and Ryan. If you can help get her home, please call 414-762-8200. Oh, poor kitty. She got lost. All right, let's see. What do they say here? Yeah, so this young girl, Lillian, she's been missing from South Pennsylvania Avenue and East Forest Hill Ave in Oak Creek, Wisconsin. So yeah, they would like to find out where she's been since Saturday. So yeah. I'm just trying to see if any comments have any interesting information for us. It doesn't seem so. But people say that she looks unhappy in a lot of the photos. Just trying to see, yeah. People just saying that she looks a bit down. I agree. She does look a little down in some of her photos. But probably a very smart girl. Doing very good in her schooling, I hope. Yeah, hey Holly. Yeah, we're glad you made it. We're glad you made it. Where are you from? You have to let us know. Holy Amiga. Holy Amiga. Why do I say holy? Like she's some sort of holy spirit of the world. Holy Amiga. Where are you from? Are you an Aussie? Are you one of my Australians? Are you from America? You have to let me know. All right, let me see if I got anything else in my By the way, I posted this on what do they call it? Not TikTok. I posted this on my Twitter earlier today. And I'm sure Trish did it with you too. But Casey Anthony says she's made a TikTok and she says, it's been more than 16 years since my name became a household one. Everyone seems to have an opinion about me, about my life. I'm an advocate, a researcher. These are my words. This is my real life. CA. I'm confused about what she's an advocate for. An advocate for winning a court case? An advocate for making up names of people who don't exist? An advocate for, killing your daughter? I don't know what you're advocating for. It's confusing. I don't know what. Are you advocating for implicating your own parents in your child's disappearance? I don't. I'm confused. Hey Betty C. Hey sweetheart, how are you? It's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you, my friend. Hey Betty. Vegemite Smile says, yeah, I'd say get pet insurance if you can afford it, but it will be more useful when they're older. Just be aware of exclusions. Kidney disease not always covered. Okay, thanks for the info, my friend. Yeah, too many babies have gone missing. Holly says, I live in the magical world of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have a lot of people from PA who drop by the show. We have a lot of people. It seems to be a lot of people in Pennsylvania are big true crime people. Just saying, they seem to like their true crime. All right, let's go over here. Yeah, so I don't know why Casey Anthony is joining TikTok. It's bizarre, and does anyone actually want to hear from her? I don't know if I want to. Here, I'm going to take you to WKMG 6 Orlando, and you can hear what they have to say.
Nearly 14 years ago, a Central Florida jury acquitted Casey Anthony of murdering her daughter, Kaylee. Now, Anthony is back in the public eye, promoting her new social media channel.
News 6 investigator Mike DeForest has covered Casey Anthony's legal saga from the very beginning. So, Mike, tell us why she's going on social media now.
Well, Ginger, the timing is unclear, but in a TikTok video posted over the weekend promoting her new online newsletter, Casey Anthony says she plans to discuss her daughter, her family, and her job as a, quote, legal advocate.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony.
In this TikTok video, Casey Anthony promotes a newsletter she's begun publishing on the website Substack. Subscriptions to that newsletter will cost followers $10 a month or $100 a year, although Anthony says she'll provide some content for free.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important.
The fuck is she talking about LGBTQ community? Has she been smoking crack? Like, I didn't see her at no rally. I didn't see her, like, officiating a marriage or something. Like, what the hell? All right.
That I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
2008 is when Anthony was arrested for the murder of her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee. At trial, Anthony's lawyers claim the toddler accidentally drowned in the family's backyard swimming pool.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
After Anthony's acquittal and her release from jail in 2011, she began working for a private investigator who served on her defense team.
I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher.
For more than a decade, Anthony remained relatively low profile until appearing in a 2022 documentary on Peacock, in which the woman once branded Tot Mom maintained her innocence. Now it appears Anthony will be expanding her online presence.
I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Anthony says she'll probably be discussing her parents who still live in Orange County, but Anthony claims her newsletters will mostly involve legal matters. to be clear, Casey Anthony is not a lawyer.
It looks like she already has thousands of people who are following her.
And this was just over the weekend, that video popped up.
Yeah, and you can imagine she's going to get more because people are so curious about this case. Now, on that TikTok video, she says she wants to reintroduce herself. I don't know if I would have known that was her if she had not had a name up there. How are people reacting to this reintroduction?
Well, first of all, keep in mind, in the eyes of the law, Casey Anthony is not guilty of her daughter's murder, and she does have some supporters out there. In fact, she's always had some supporters, but most of the comments I've read with these new videos are very critical of Anthony. Some say they're sickened by this. Others believe that she's trying to now profit off of her infamy with that subscription newsletter.
You know, if people don't get on social media to not get attention. So it's having the intended impact, I think.
Will probably be.
Oh my God. All I can tell you is this. Any men out there that even think of sleeping with her, please, for the love of God, wear 50 condoms. For the love of God. Like, far out. She's vile. She blames everyone else for her own problems but herself. Consistently. Oh, it's this person. It's Zanny the nanny that's not even a real person. It's my parents. It's my dad. My dad's the one who, used to SA us and my child, and then he killed my child. Like, it's always someone else's problem but her own. But at the end of the day, while she was acquitted, and I use that, I blame the prosecution. At the end of the day, there's no one else that child belonged to but Casey Anthony. It's her child. She birthed it, the father too, but Casey was, Kaylee was her child. And she's never taken an ounce of responsibility for her daughter dying. Never. Not even 1%. It's always someone else. Oh, this person, that person. I'm surprised she didn't name Santa Claus as someone who may be responsible for Kaylee's death. She is horrid. Vegemite Smile says they want sympathy too because they see themselves as victims. It's very difficult to be a victim when the backlash you get is caused by your own actions. The fact you got out of jail should have been a friggin'. You should have just disappeared from public life forever and thanked your lucky stars that, somehow the prosecution was so crap that you got out of jail. Oh. Carolina says, reminds me of Gypsy Rose. Wow. At least Gypsy Rose had an excuse for her behavior. I don't think Casey Anthony does. At least Gypsy has a reason that she's like that. I can't give you one for her. Casey Anthony is just a selfish person who decided banging guys in the bathroom of a nightclub and going out and partying was more important than her daughter. So she'll never get $1 from me ever. I won't subscribe to a stupid website. Never ever. There's so many better things you can spend money on. So many better causes that deserve your money. Things that help the homeless people, victims of crime, all sorts of things. There's so many different initiatives that could, pique your fancy rather than giving her anything. I need to pour bleach into my every orifice, my eyes, my ears, everything. All right. One last story, and then we're going to head out for the night. All right. Let's head to Fox 6, if I can get this to load.
The state is now trying to stop the release of Morgan Geyser.
This comes after he was granted conditional release just last month. Our Stephanie Quirk joins us live outside the Waukesha County Courthouse. Steph, fill us in on what happened today.
Yeah, guys, today the judge agreed to hear the state's petition to stop Geyser's conditional release. Now, just to remind you, this is just a month after a judge granted it. So, for background on this case, back in 2014, Geyser stabbed a classmate 19 times to please the fictional character Slender Man. Doctors previously diagnosed Geyser as schizophrenic, and in court last month, they say he had autism spectrum disorder. The release plan granted by the judge last month had Geyser heading to a group home. There he'd be monitored and treated, but the petition filed to stop this was over concerns about books Geyser was reading and a person that they say Geyser was communicating with. Now, the state argued that that book included graphic content. Here's what Geyser's attorney had to say.
Yes, I think it's very unfair that somebody who was already ordered to be released now has their plan interrupted because she chose to disclose in treatment materials that she's reading, and talk honestly and openly about the questions that are asked of her.
Now, that hearing is set for Thursday. The three doctors who filed those reports in the last hearing will also be there in court on Thursday. Reporting live in Waukesha County, Stephanie.
So, what do you all think? Do you think Morgan Geyser should ever be released from prison for her role, which they call her the ringleader of that Slender Man stabbing when she was just a young teen girl? I think she was a teenager. Yeah, maybe Ping's wrong. Morgan. Yeah, I don't know what you all think, but so yeah, they were 12 years old, not quite teenagers, at the time in Waukesha, Wisconsin, in the U.S. And it was Anissa Weir and Morgan Geyser lured their friend Peyton into a wooded area of a local park and stabbed her 19 times to appease the fictional supernatural character Slender Man. And to prove that he was real, afterwards, Peyton dragged herself to a nearby road where she was found by a cyclist who called emergency services, who operated for 6 hours to repair critical trauma to arteries and tissues in her torso and abdomen. During interrogations, Geyser was described as displaying no empathy, and Weir was described as displaying guilt for stabbing Peyton, although both stated that the attack was necessary to appease Slenderman. The two were both found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect and committed to mental health institutions. Anissa received a sentence of 25 years to life, and Geyser was sentenced to 40 years to life. Anissa she was released in 2021 to live with her father. Morgan Geyser was scheduled to be released in 2025, and then we hear that now they are challenging that release. They're saying that she was to live in a group home and be under supervision until 2058, but her possible plan to be released had been cancelled because of new allegations from the facility where she is being treated, which included claims that she sent a man artwork of a violent nature in 2019. According to this, it says Anissa revealed the attack inspired her to pursue a career in medicine to help people. The stabbing generated much media coverage at the time. So Carolina says no release, she's dangerous, and if she reoffends, she's going to blame it on her mental disease. So yeah, I mean, I believe that it's too early to release her. What message does it send to other young people that if we release her now, they say, well, I could kill my friend, and I'll just say that I'm crackers in the head, and I'll be out before I'm 25. I'll be able to just go on and live a different life. You know, I think it doesn't send any message to anyone that there are consequences to your actions, be it mentally motivated or not. Holly says neither of those girls should have been released. I think at least one of them showed remorse for her actions. I don't believe she should have been released so early, but I think at least she could understand like the damage her actions caused and showed empathy for the victim. Morgan Geyser showed FA since she's been caught, since she's been sentenced, since she's been in the facility, she has shown nothing. She's apologized a couple of times, but it seems like just something she had to tick off a list. She's like, "Oh, okay, I have to apologize for what I did. Let me make a very robotic apology." You know, she's either very, very sick or very, very evil. I'm not sure which. Maybe both. I Hate Morning said, I think there's a high chance of reoffending. I think Morgan just learned how to give the impression she's capable of living a normal lifestyle, which is very common with people with her type of mental illness. They're very good at adapting and also manipulating. So she would figure out what she needs to do and then mold herself in that way to give the impression like you're saying. Cakespoo said, surely the psychiatrists have some insight. If there's still concerns, then no way. Well, that's why they're doing this now review, because there are concerns, and she's still showing signs of reveling in her crime, you know, thinking it's all exciting. So I don't think she really has learned anything at all. I think it's possible that she should be kept in a facility for a while longer until they can once and for all show the community and the wider, you know, world that they really have got to a point where she's stable and she understands what she did, but also to keep her in there longer as a deterrent. Like, what deterrent does it show for anyone? You know what, these crimes are getting younger and younger. Last year we read about a 12-year-old who murdered their friend. These people didn't murder it. By the grace of God, that girl survived, Peyton. But last year we read about a girl, 12 years old, killed one of their friends. Then we read about a young boy who shot his ex-girlfriend in Carolina. It doesn't matter what age you are, when you commit these type of high-level crimes, there has to be a deterrent to show the community that they're safe and that the victim doesn't have to relive it each time they might walk down to the local store or go, you know, go to school or go to university or go to get a job in the city, that they're not going to bump into their attacker who almost killed them, or in some cases, maybe they have killed them. So I think we have to have a stronger deterrent. Otherwise, these things are just going to keep happening and the age is just going to get younger and younger. So that girl, you know, I heard that Anissa, had they not found her at the time and had she not had the bravery to crawl to help, that she was only moments away from really being too far gone to save. So this was very closely a murder. I Hear Morning says, yes, minors often think they won't be punished. And we're seeing that around the world, including in Australia, where youth offending is skyrocketing and reoffending by youth who have already been in the system is it's in the hundreds of percent. It's like 450% of youth people have already been sentenced as a young person will commit more crimes in the future. It is very bad right now. So we have to take a harder line approach, unfortunately. As sad as that is, to protect the rest of the community, you have to. Cakespoo said, yes, we should be more sympathetic to the victim and not the perpetrator. Right. that poor girl is going to look over her shoulder for the rest of her life. And having Morgan and the other girl out in public, Anissa, how could she ever feel safe again? Even with them in a facility, she may not feel safe, even knowing that they're locked up. So you're compounding that by releasing them so close to when the crime happened. It's really, I think it's wrong. But yeah. All right. Ladies and gents, I should get out of here. I should go have some dinner. Hey, I love you all very, very much. We will be back at a normal time tomorrow. Yeah, I just needed a bit of time to feel a bit better. I've had a bit of a rough few days. So, by the way, I want to thank my friend Cakesboo. Thank you so much for the donation to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Um, the people who help financially support the channel, it means a lot. And I know how hard it is out there right now. So if someone gives me $5, $10, $20, whatever, I understand that takes away from your life. So I get it, and it's much appreciated. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Yes, thank you, my friend. It's so good to see you too. Please come back again. I miss you. I hope you're doing all right. Cakesboo said it's been a hoot, Ping. Look after yourself. I will. I'm going to go eat some dinner. I'm hungry. Holly Amiga, it was really good to see you. Yeah, you get all the warm welcomes. I hope we see your name in here again sometime. If not, leave a comment. Now we know who you are. We expect you to leave a comment. Savatha, hey my friend, hey. Good night. Good night. Yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll talk more cyclone action tomorrow for our friends in Queensland, and I'll go over some of the weather details again tomorrow about what the storm surge and things like that look like, and what the forecast for flooding throughout Queensland look like. So look out for that tomorrow. Oh, thank you, my friend. That is very sweet of you. Thank you so much. I hope your kitty's going to be okay. Come back and give us an update and tell us how she's going, okay, or he or she. But yeah, let us know how your cat's going, okay? Thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. It really is good to see your name again. I love you all. Have a great day out there in America. Have a great morning. Have a great morning. And for all my Australians, have a great sleep tonight. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of Nights with Ping. Bye. Bye bye. See you later. We've got to go. Say bye. All right. Good night. All right. Bye.